Dear ex who cheated. It was the middle of summer, and we were on a whirlwind, 2-month vacation across multiple destinations. Our current location, Aruba. We were celebrating our 5-year anniversary, and all the milestones life had recently presented us. I had just graduated college. You had just gotten promoted at work. I had just become an aunt. You had just become an uncle. I had just turned down an out-of-state dream job to remain local. You had not. And yes, I was that girl.
Infidelity is one of the few events I thought I'd never experience with you, let alone write about. And that was because we shared an inherent level of depth and an unbelievable connection. You were my best friend in every sense of the two-word combination. That was until infidelity became an uninvited guest in our relationship.
You know the story of our 5-year relationship. You were there. You know the story of our breakup. You were there. What you don't know is the aftermath of what you caused, and that this is the story I'm here to tell you today. Because while you were not there, so many others have been. So, this letter is for anyone who has ever been cheated on, as much as it is for you.
It was the last leg of our vacation, and just like every other day that preceded that one, I rose with the sun, ran 2 miles, and headed back to our hotel room. There was one difference about that day. It was our 5-year anniversary.
I returned to a scene of you setting down a pen next to a notepad on the room desk. At first, I thought you were writing me a note, since I had left you an anniversary letter on the pillow next to you before leaving that morning. But then I noticed your suitcase was packed, your shoes were on, and your face was solemn when we still had 2 weeks of our vacation left.
Before I could fully understand the scenario playing out, you sat me down and said you had cheated, said you were leaving, and if I asked any questions, and asked if I had any questions. Did I have any questions? You were leaving, and it was going to be right then and there. But I couldn't speak. I didn't realize this might be the only time I got to ask questions, to discuss it, to get closure. I tried with all my might, yet I couldn't muster up the ability to speak.
So, you left me, and I continued to sit there silently.
Readers, I know what you're thinking. Did I see it coming? What happened next? Did we ever speak again? Did I go home by myself?
For starters, I became very familiar with the hotel room. You see, when you left, you also left with my boarding pass. It took me a couple days to figure out the logistics to get home, and I spent the entire time in the room. I can tell you the exact number of flowers the room's curtains had on them, the decor of the bedding, and the color of the ceiling. I can also tell you that the anniversary letter I left to you was unopened, and the notepad you left was blank.
I spent those couple of days asking myself why this happened and wondering how things would have played out if I had come back just a few minutes later. Would you have left without speaking to me? Would the notepad have been filled with an explanation? Would it have made a difference if I hadn't gone away running that morning? Would you have told me before making up your mind to pack up and leave? But none of that really mattered. And, like you, eventually I left the room and never returned.
This was the first time I had ever boarded a plane without saying a word. I went through security. I scanned my boarding pass. I was greeted by cheerful flight attendants. I took my seat on a full flight. I said nothing, and also failed miserably at trying to pull my facial muscles into anything that could remotely resemble a smile.
Somehow on a plane of 100 people, I was finding myself feeling the loneliest I ever had. There's nothing like a 10-hour flight by yourself to leave you to your thoughts. I found myself staring at the empty seat next to me, the seat you belonged in, and almost as quickly as you left that hotel room, the empty seat vanished as an older gentleman took it and sat down next to me.
The flight home was stormy and turbulent. When it got bad, the gentleman turned to me and said, "Don't worry, this turbulence will pass as soon as we're out of the storm, just like good old life." He laughed, and for the first time since you left, I did too. Not because his joke was funny, but because he was only choosing to share a moment of his life with me, and it gave me a little perspective, which I had lost a couple days prior, that life was good. He and I spent a good amount of time talking to each other. Thank you, Michael. While you didn't know about my current state of mind on that flight, your company meant more to me than you will ever know. It reminded me that pain, even when caused by infidelity, is just like a storm. There is an end, and it will eventually pass.
Once home, I thought about how I was never defined by one person, but rather a collection of discoveries, experiences, family, friends, and beliefs, all of which I would continue to hold close as I worked through this breakup and rebuilt the pieces you left so devastatingly shattered. The thing about rebuilding is sometimes the end result is even more beautiful than what stood prior.
We never saw each other or spoke again. After we broke up, my friends and family asked what I would say or ask you if I ever got the chance. For a long while, I didn't know what the answer was or if there would even be an answer. But today, I know, and it's very simple. Thank you for giving me quite a story to tell. Signed, the loyal one who finally found her voice.
Names have been changed for privacy.
That's a nice.
Welcome to the stream. Cookie Crunch, Ryan Courage, JK0, Parthas the Flash, Quad Eyes, and Jack G.
Yeah, thank you everybody for coming today to this Pickle podcast. Today is a very special day, and before we get ahead of ourselves, I should introduce myself. Welcome to the Pickle podcast. I am your host, picklesonmayo, and today I'm joined with my co-host, as I am every day.
As always.
As
yeah,
always.
We don't podcast every day, but
yeah, but like when we do, you know. He's,
every like 2 months.
Known as Mr. Nobody 711 on YouTube, or more commonly known on on Instagram as Sully or that too.
Or real life as Sully.
Yeah. So, I guess we should just hop into it right now because that's all there is to do. Let's see.
It's kind of interesting that that this cheating happened on their 5-year anniversary, and today is our 2-year anniversary.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot to mention. I was saying just before we got ahead of ourselves, and I think I got behind myself. So yeah, today marks a very momentous occasion because today, if you were keeping track somehow on your calendars and everything, is our 2-year anniversary of the start of this podcast.
It is our 2-year anniversary. I think it's a good time to announce that I am leaving the podcast.
I never heard of this. Hold on.
I want to drop it live on air that I'm retiring.
Oh no! But why so suddenly? Like what happened?
As I was reading this story, I realized that I had to have the same experiences with friends, family, infidelity, beliefs, discoveries, experiences, all that good stuff.
Yeah, I know, but what was that's what was lingering in your mind? What?
This would have worked better as like
story,
if we did this on April 1st.
Yeah, I know. Not on our 2-year anniversary. Come on.
Yeah, alright, fine. Don't worry, guys. I know you're all devastated, but I am in fact staying as long as this podcast stays. Probably.
Thank goodness. I don't think anyone here is devastated, honestly.
Okay, I mean, the chat did blow up as soon as I made my announcement.
Like, it's okay. He's not an infidel, and he's also not leaving this podcast, so everything will be fine. And everything can resume as scheduled. So, before we start talking about our topics, I think I should raise...
Also, hello in the chat to Rojo and Ryan Voldemort.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. So, for all of you that's watching, including the two Ryans in the chat, uh, if you could replace anything with water, what would it be? This is
That
just
is the question of the day.
question of the day, by the way.
I mean, how crazy, with Corona could get. You never know once winter hits again, it might be a real situation.
Yeah. But I mean, like, this is just like in a hypothetical situation, with may in a world that you could change the essence of life, the thing that sustains your very being into something like I don't know, cake. Cake could work. But if it's anything, you could say it in the chat or comment down below.
Wait, hold up. My impersonator is back.
Who?
Remember the person who changed their channel name to my name?
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh yeah. This isn't you.
Truly a 2-year anniversary.
This isn't you waving.
No, I didn't wave. No.
Oh boy, we have something.
He didn't even use the right. He has the old profile pic.
Oh, you have a new one? Hold on. Let's take a look here. Cause I didn't. Oh, that's right. Hold on. You didn't upload any new videos, have you?
Yeah.
Alright. So when
I just said I'm the fake Sully in chat.
I'm. Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. So you didn't create any new videos. I'm sorry. But those are it's coming out soon, right?
Kind of.
Kind of. Are you working on it?
I have ideas. I just need to do them.
Yeah, I do have ideas too.
I mean, once I get onto it, I'll finish in a day or two. Cause once I just don't stop as soon as I get started. So when I do get started, it will come out quicker than Kalahari Part 5.
Yeah, I mean, anything will come out quicker than Kalahari Part 5 now.
Our code, we got our obligatory Kalahari Part 5 reference.
Yeah. Speaking of Kalahari Part 5, I was looking back on my previous video of Kalahari Part 4, and I noticed in the description, I had said that I would try to stick to one episode bi-weekly schedule.
That's funny.
And then I was laughing now because it's more of a biannual or not
by every year and a half.
Yeah. Schedule, but the decisions, the things we say when we're still young and impressionable. So so one quick thing I want to mention before we move on is what I'm doing here with Photoshop, because if you tuned in to any previous episode, you would have noticed that I have changed my layout from before. Because this is, it hasn't been very long since I transitioned to this new layout, but this is how I paint now. This is how I paint everything that you see on Instagram, because it really helps you get an organized layout of things. So see, you have your brushes over here, and over here in this panel you have your colors. Gives you easy access, rather than before I used to right click to assess and choose all these brushes, but now I just have a much easier time to getting a variety of look,
Yeah.
And here I'm just doing some studies, which is different from the last time because I was working on another painting, but I think this will help me focus a little bit on the podcast itself, and also give you something more interesting to watch. So why don't we just head into your quick mention? Didn't you want to mention something today?
I apologize if this sounds a bit too PC, but as you know, a lot has happened in the world since our last podcast, as the world usually does, and usually when things happen in the world, 70% of the time it's not that good. But I'm sure you're all aware. I mean, now it's starting to become old news, which I don't know if you could say is kind of interesting, sad in itself. But I'm sure everyone's aware, of the protests and riots. And our Pickle podcast PC statement we wanted to give is that
Our input.
look, we don't know what the right form of change is, but people are trying to make change right now, and that is what's important. And we just got to keep trying for change. I'm not gonna say what if rioting or protesting or putting a hashtag on social media is the best way, but I think what we need right now is just effort, and that's my quick 2 cents I want to give on the podcast.
Thank you, Sully, for that insightful input. I would not have been confident enough to to say what you just did. So, getting into less serious stuff, I think. Why don't we talk about?
You want to add to it, or you disagree with? You agree with what I say? Or?
I think I agree with what you say. One thing I will say about riots in particular, though, is that I don't agree with violence in this kind of way. I do.
But you can at least understand the anger behind it.
Yeah, I can understand. I actually really believe that the action that the police took was not customary to what a police should do, but the response to it is also not justified. I think, and enough is not justified, unless it was the violence involved is not good, is what I want to say.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I just don't like the violence that's going on.
Dave, the chat wants to hear all our controversial opinions.
No.
They're having their own little party down there.
Yeah, I mean, they can do that. I'm not always there in chat to be responding.
But I do my best to monitor. I'm looking.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck?
It's the FBI. It's the FBI. No, the feds.
Oh gosh. I hope that wasn't very loud or noticeable.
It was.
Sorry.
All right.
So, phones. I really don't know how to silence the phone with every call that comes in, but sometimes it's quiet, sometimes not. Yeah. So.
All right. So far, the chat has asked us what are our opinions on stuff such as Yemen, Syria, Israel, Palestine, Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Oh God.
It's the skirmish between India and China. Brian Volgamore's lack of height and Armenian genocide.
Oh gosh, there's a lot of stuff. Let's see. Okay.
That is bad. That's my opinion on all of them.
This is a lot of questions that we're asking. We weren't prepared to address all of this stuff, honestly.
Dang, I didn't expect your T University to be the most political episode of the podcast.
About the American genocide. Is that
Armenian.
Armenian. I misread that because I'm kind of far from my display monitor. Do you have anything? What is your dream girl? I don't know.
Actually, I have opinions on a lot of these things, but I don't know if I should express all of them.
Do you want to say something particular about these questions? Because I mean, you can go ahead if you want, but I'll just stay silent for.
Now we got, are nuclear weapons a good deterrent, or do they fuel competition and conflict? Look, for nuclear weapons, I'm just gonna say, in my lifetime, I think no one is gonna have the balls to launch a nuke on the world. There, I gave one opinion.
You think that would...
People can do what they want with nukes. It's a good way to threaten, but I feel like in the end, even the most evil of nations know that the world will get screwed up if they launch. They don't even have the guts to launch it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go through the other ones. Israel, Palestine. I feel like Palestine should get more understanding to their side. There's a thing you can look at for each side to justify both of them, but I feel like Palestine is severely under supported and way misunderstood through all of it. Okay, let me keep going through. I'm gonna give you guys I'm gonna give the fans what they want, a rapid rundown.
Rapid fire questions, go.
Between India and China, that skirmish. I mean, I think a lot of that it has to do with them. I guess they're close together, but also China wanting to display military power, which they haven't done in a long time, and China has their kind of economic thing going with U.S. And since the U.S. and India are aligned, they're probably using India as a way to show strength that, hey, America, be afraid of us because we're China and we're powerful. Let's see. For the question about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that happened way too long ago.
That gives you all the more reason to be knowledgeable on it, though.
What is my favorite bad word? It is
Not PG.
It's Denver. I don't like Denver. My top 10 favorite serial killers. I like Captain Crunch.
Nice. Okay.
All right, you know what? That's my fan service. I'll give to you today.
Nice. Okay, so.
Should we jump into I guess Corona updates because that stuff still happening in the world.
That is true. Lockdown. Places going.
It's easing up. It's easing up a lot.
Definitely. Phase opening up in these incrementally, like instead of like unleashing the crowds to the streets, is a good way to approach this situation that we have now.
I don't know. I mean, like, they realize that people are going to go insane if they keep the same level of lockdown the whole time. And
yeah,
I mean, while the cases did plateau and you could say it's rising again, like, I think it's either we stay inside all the time if you really want to be ultra safe about it until some kind of metaceutical, no, that's not a word, vaccine is created. And then, yeah, until then, like, if you really want to plateau it, I feel like we have to stay inside, but that just cannot happen with how we need to keep the economy up and we need to, have people be happy. So
yeah,
I think they realize that there's just nothing you can do. Just gotta let people out now and just wait till the vaccine.
Yeah, they realize that the effects of coronavirus is probably not gonna decline anymore, or at least the lockdown isn't going to severely lower the slope that the curve is going at. But gradually opening the businesses will probably make it so that everyone can resume to their or at least most everyone can resume to their normal lives, as like the situation is not allowing it before.
And also, I know Squirrely just left, but I just wanted to say that I only Minecraft I have is Pocket Edition and Xbox 360 Edition.
Really? No PC?
I know, I should have it, but like I just never, because I felt like I already have it on Xbox and mobile. Like, do I really need another copy of it?
Well, like
I know the PC version has like all the online stuff. That's way better.
Everyone plays on PC, man.
I know, and like I feel like I should.
There's a lot of modifications.
I know, like mods and all that fun stuff, but like
online features.
I've given Mojang enough money already, so.
Clearly, you haven't. If you spend it all on Pocket Edition.
I said
Pocket Edition Minecraft, seriously?
And Xbox 360 Edition.
Yeah, but I've played Minecraft on a console before. It's really not the same experience as PC, I feel like. It's strange because it really feels like it wasn't made to be played on. Or maybe that's just me.
That's just mobile gaming in general.
Yeah. No, but I'm just talking about consoles with Minecraft on console.
Yeah, but then I guess this is a different. I feel like there's just a part of PC gaming what people like. It just has a more. You feel cooler than holding a controller when you play with a keyboard. If you get what I mean, like the vibe is different.
I do feel a bit more superior than my Xbox counterpart.
Yeah. Okay, they just reported my doppelganger right now in chat.
Your doppelganger, yeah.
All right,
What's
thank you
up
guys.
with that, huh?
Yeah. Thank you guys for being unhired moderators right now.
That's right. We're gonna need some official slash unofficial moderators in the future because I feel like that this chat might get out of hand when there's too many viewers.
And I don't know if we mentioned this though, but we do appreciate the 7 likes though. That's pretty cool already.
And the 7 viewers that are watching right now. Thank you so much.
All of you liked it. That's cool. All right,
This shows that we have an active audience.
Flash, you were on the last podcast. You can be unofficial moderator.
We could just grant this.
We'll give you the title of official once we're big enough to pay you.
All right. I mean, like we'll just give him the perks.
We pay them in friendship.
I'm not really sure if there's any perks that you can give moderator. Oh wait, no, there is, right? There's official moderator status.
Yeah,
on
but
YouTube.
We're not figuring that out right now.
Yeah. That'll come at a later date, and when it does,
Speaking of later dates, what do you think of what'll be happening with the school year next year?
Ooh, school year.
Do you think they'll make us wear masks?
I think. You know, I don't think they will. Because it kind of.
I feel like a lot of people will voluntarily do it though.
Yeah. Definitely, but I don't think they would make it a requirement because they would probably realize like, oh, but students, like, what if they can't afford the mask or which sometimes is a legitimate concern.
Free LCP versus any FCPS, ZBS, whatever your county acronym is, like masks. I'm sure they'll give some out, but they're probably gonna make everyone like one person per table.
Oh, you mean like at the group tables that they have at the square? In some classrooms.
Like science, science they have those 2-person like fireproof tables, so it'd be one person per those. And then math usually has like squarey tables, so it'd be like one person per those. And then like if it's like a computer lab style room, it would be like you have to be 4 seats apart. That's my guess.
Yeah.
They're gonna definitely gonna make distance. They're gonna put like the tape all over the floor, probably like use the walkway that we set for you and stay 3 feet apart while in the hallway.
Yeah. I can see all these things coming true. But,
I can see them mentoring. I hope imagine if they put us in plastic like dividers.
I don't know if it'll be that severe though.
I think that's too much investment.
Yeah. Plastic, like what do you mean plastic dividers at your desk?
Have you been to like for instance like Home Depot? Have you seen like their cashiers have like a plastic like what's the word? I don't know what the word, but like like that plastic divider screen. Like plexiglass, plexiglass like dividers.
Yeah, but like I'm just asking like where would you place it?
That's true. Yeah, the classroom's it's not big enough to justify that.
Unless you're dividing the classroom in like sections, like you would have 8 students and then you divide it into 1/8 for each student. That just seems like a lot of unnecessary work, and it'll make it like really weird or really strange for the teacher to maneuver around the classroom.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't actually.
Yeah, but you heard about the thing where like they're thinking of dividing it, or like one group of kids will be at school on A days and another group of kids will be at school on B days, and then the day they're not at school they'll just do online classes.
Yeah, that's probably the likely outcome that will
happen. I think that's like a 80% chance of happening, I would say.
But it's just mainly the question because now we know how most online schooling will go. So the question is like how will the physical learning
how will they go about
work? Will it be
time will tell. I think they're not going to make a decision until like early to mid-August. I could see them like waiting till like a week before school starts to make an announcement.
I feel like maybe like a month in advance, like July.
No, they're not going to be that. They're not going to be that like playing that far ahead. They're going to wait till the last minute to see what the road is like.
Oh yeah, probably before making like an official statement.
Yeah. Plus, people are scared of like what fall is gonna be like if Corona's gonna go up.
Hmm.
Because
Like,
cold weather, I guess. Even though the science is so murky right now. I mean, it's just there's no right way to go about it. It's either you shelter yourself from the world, or you just keep going about your life.
it's more of a social
Well,
science than
Yeah.
science itself.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Oh, hey, let's give a once again thanks to the chat for your personal moderation, and I'm glad you're all having fun down there.
For being unofficial moderators, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Our moderators are asking if they get paid one day, if it'll be official or under the table. I mean, we're not looking to get our podcast shut down for like illegal payment methods. Like, we're not going to pay you by like some random cryptocurrency. We'll just give you checks in the mail.
If that ever does happen, which
Yeah.
it just might. You think?
This could be the episode, you know, we get rated by Mr. Beast, make $1 million. He's donating $1 million to podcasts.
This is his dream.
Yes.
It's been his dream for the longest time.
Yes, donating $1 million.
I cannot tell you. No, I meant your dream.
Oh, why do you? I say this like before every episode, like, oh, Mr. Beast is gonna give us $1 million.
Yeah, I know. You think it? But like it. Does he? He doesn't even venture onto this platform, does he?
He always does like Twitch or like random
Right.
things or like IRL stuff.
So honestly, I would not put my hands in the fate of like some YouTuber that might not ever show up.
Yeah.
So
And in the
I
chat, I agree that school time with the boys would be nice.
Hmm.
And speaking of
That's
the
true.
boys, a lot of people. Yeah, that was the bad transition. But a lot of people are starting to go on like beach vacations, and the beaches are getting quite crowded right now. How do you feel about that?
Oh, the beaches?
Yeah. Like people are starting to
Interesting.
slightly go on vacation now.
Yeah, honestly, it's
I feel like it's a bit too
I-
early. Like, I'm cool. I think people should
early
be able
to-
to hang out, see their friends. That's fine now at this point. But I feel like going on vacation to the beach is a bit too much.
But why do you think that? If they socially distance, don't
Yeah,
you
but
think
like,
that would be
I don't think they're socially distancing on like the sand.
Sure they are.
They're not putting like boundaries on the sand. Like, they're not putting like the tape markers like 6 feet apart.
I mean, I guess not, but typically, if it's not too overcrowded, which I'd assume it's not really, because not everyone is comfortable enough to like go outside. It's probably gonna be very underpopulated, so that not many people will come into contact with each other. You know, I think it'll be fine, honestly. There's
Yeah,
not much to worry about.
I think now it's just whatever happens, happens, and that's the way to go about Corona.
That's the most PC view
Yeah,
of it.
most vague PC view.
Mm.
And
Honestly-
I think a good way for sanity during Corona is the possible return of sports that is coming up.
How you keep your is that how you keep your sanity? By just
A
hoping?
lot. I mean, a lot of people. Like so far we have like NASCAR came back, so that's something, and basketball is going to come back on the 31st of July. NHL will probably come, maybe it's more, and then MLB no one knows because the players can't agree on salary. But hopefully baseball comes back. So I think sports will go a long way for helping people's sanity if hopefully they come back.
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't watch a lot of sports myself, but because I don't know, it's just the only other sport that I have watched attentively is, of course, wait, baseball.
Baseball.
I was like, I did not forget it. Okay, I did not forget it. But it's just that I feel I'm more inclined towards shows. And speaking of
I
shows,
agree.
actually,
But shows are still that. Like, I feel like people miss sports. Like, for people to like calm down right now, I think sports is a good thing to come back.
yeah, sports and Yes. What? I mean, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
search for something to comment on.
Well, here, I'll give you something to comment on here. How do you feel? All right, so basically the reason why baseball is struggling to come back right now is that the players and the owners of the teams can't agree how much money they should get.
Hmm.
So do you believe the players should take a huge pay cut, or should it come out of the owners' pockets?
Oh wait, so why are they complaining now about their?
Because like they're trying to figure out like how like a schedule to come back for baseball, but like the owners like, we want you to take this pay cut, and the players like, no, not that much. And then the owner's like, well, boo-hoo. So like, who do you feel is right?
So wait, so they're complaining that they're taking too much.
Yeah, because like, I mean, there'll be some pay cut obviously with a short
Yeah.
season, but the owners are suggesting a pretty decent sized pay cut, and the players are not having it. So do you feel like the owners are right or the players are right? Should the players just play, or should they like keep fighting for the money they're losing?
Well, it really depends on the amount, because the amount that is taken from you should be proportional to the amount that you're failing to, like act or to fulfill,
Yeah.
So it depends on players and the contractors. So
I think last time I saw I think it was 25%. I could be wrong. The pay cut for the year.
And how short is the season compared to what it was before?
It's definitely at least going to be like half length.
Oh, like what?
It's going to be half long. The season's only going to be half long, and they'll make
Yeah.
25% less of their salary.
Come on,
but
what? I mean, I don't know fully if that's if that's everything that should be considered, but I think that's reasonable to take at least 25%.
I don't know. I think they might be owners want more off. That's the thing, and I don't know. I feel like, but all these owners, if you own a baseball team, you're a billionaire. It's like, is it really gonna hurt you to like lose?
That is true.
Like these players, not all of them are billionaires, especially like the minor leaguers, like the lower guys.
Maybe those are the ones that are speaking up about this. You think?
Yeah, like our boy Max Scherzer was pretty vocal about the pay cuts. He didn't like it.
Ooh. Dang. Is there?
Would you like to read a statement from him or something?
Sure. Do you want to show it to me?
Yeah, sure. I'll quickly send you a link.
Okay. Let me see. Please do not mind us. We are doing something behind the scenes.
Yes. You continue here, Les. And also, thank you for coming out, Price of the Flash. We hope you have a wonderful month, because that's probably when our next podcast will be.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. I don't know why you skipped a month, but today is the day for special anniversaries podcast.
All right, here's a lot of articles here. So if this article is not that good, or my bad. But here, I sent you a Max Scherzer article on his.
All right, let's take a look. Max Scherzer calls for, let's see,
Financial transparency. Yes, Spider-Man makes an appearance.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be coming later.
That's later on. That's spoiler alert. We're talking about that later in the podcast.
I don't think they can see it, luckily. All right, so this is the article. So
guys,
Max Scherzer calls for financial transparency from MLB owners as tension mounts. So let's see. After discussing with the rest of the players, there's no reason to engage with MLB in any further compensation reductions. Negotiated pay cut. There's no justification to accept a second pay cut based upon the current information the union has received. Other players voicing the same viewpoint.
So I think he's upset that they're just not being clear, and like he thought they agreed to something, and now they're asking for a second pay cut.
I see. Yeah. All right.
That's pretty fair. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, businesses are gonna have to survive somehow. But
I feel like
If it was
most of the owners are rich enough to stay afloat.
yeah. Oh, also, we should finish up this topic because we have some trivia to go to.
Oh, it do be trivia time.
So is that all you have to say about sports and MLB specifically?
I think we did a good brief Corona wrap up.
Yeah, I'm a bit unknowledged or uneducated on this subject, so I apologize for my like
You're good.
cringy take on whatever this is going on because I can't input everything because or I can't have an input on everything because I don't know everything. So why don't we head on to trivia for a bit?
Launch it.
And we can relieve our curious minds. So let's see. Question 1. We should just head on straight in. So, I'll do this one, and then you can do the riddle that comes up after this.
Yeah.
So, this is for all you history nerds out there, which I'm sure we have plenty in the chat. Which famous World War II general completed? I'm reading this at an angle. Sorry. Competed in the Olympics. I'll repeat that question again after I say the answers. Harry Truman, or A. Harry Truman, B. George Patton, C. Douglas MacArthur, or D. George Marshall. So, those are your 4 options, and you have... Actually, I was going to repeat the question, so I should do that first. Which famous World War II general competed in the Olympics? Harry Truman, George Patton, Douglas MacArthur, or George Marshall? And you have... Let's see, I don't know, let's give it 10 seconds, right? 10 seconds.
That seems fair.
And...
Time's up. You lack the minerals and vitamins.
So, it looks like time's up.
As our boy just said, as he said,
What's his
time's
name?
up, and we do lack the minerals and vitamins.
This is our new rapper, not officially, but we appreciate his music and we thought that it fitted.
Already forgot his name.
I don't know. Well, anyways, I guess let's head on over to the answer. Let's see. So you had the answer choices of Harry Truman, George Patton, Douglas MacArthur, and George Marshall. So, out of those 4 handsome gentlemen, if you chose Harry Truman, well, I'm sorry, like he was a great guy, but not cut out for the Olympics, I think. Not saying that I would do any better, but you know.
No, you would do better than Harry Truman.
Harry Truman, really? I mean, like, our my muscle structure is not refined yet, I think.
I'm pretty sure Harry Truman was not a general at all.
That was a trick question.
True.
Okay, that was a trick option, I should say. And speaking of options, we should move on to which is the correct option. So, if you chose C, Douglas MacArthur, I mean, he was a good guy, but apparently not cut out for Olympics. And of course, D, George Marshall, I don't think he was either. So obviously, the only option that you have left, and of course the most obvious one, is George Patton. So if you got George Patton, I can't pronounce names correctly, so forgive me for that. If you have chosen George Patton, congratulations. For some reason, that was extremely difficult for me to say all the names, but I hope you could bear it a little bit. So why don't you go on?
It's okay. I didn't know much about most of those people either. So.
Yeah, but you could probably say the names pretty well.
Yeah, I
I don't know
get
why
the
I
pronunciation.
specifically. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm at a straight angle, so I can see the questions quite well. All right.
So you're
So
not
should
like
I?
leaning over your shoulder.
Yeah. All right. So should I tell the next question, which is in fact a riddle?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Don't need to wait.
All right. All right. Our next question or riddle is: you live in a one-story house made entirely of redwood. What color would your stairs be? Once again, you live in a one-story house made entirely of redwood. What color would the stairs be?
This is surely a tricky one. I'll tell you
In
that.
fact, we'll give you 15 seconds for this one.
15 seconds. Wow, that's pretty generous.
I'm a generous guy. What can I say?
Oh, and also I should say that the answers would probably be pretty obvious because it's any observable color in the universe. So choose from those. All right, well, your time's up.
Time's up. You lack the minerals and vitamins.
So it apparently from a lot of you from the chat are stating the obvious, which is absurd because like I mean like because there there's like I don't that's not even a color. Like what are you saying? Stairs? No stairs? What is that?
Did you not see the answer to the question?
No, because we just got times up, and we're gonna say that some of the options.
It's no options though. You answered the riddle. It was not multiple choice. This is a blank.
I know, but like the potential option, right? I said every observable color in the universe.
All right.
Well, I mean, like it.
Are you trying?
I guess
trying to trick the viewers?
I should stop putting up this facade because it's not working.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's getting tricked.
It's not a color. I'm sorry for tricking you all. It's not a color at all. And most of you have gotten it right, I think. Dad apparently said OMG, no way. I don't think that's right. But I will say that our Ryans, the fake Mr. Nobody, we have Jack. And let's see, because yeah. Looks like a lot of people got it right. So the answer is
I'm proud of our intelligent viewer base.
Alright. The obvious answer here, as you all would have guessed, is there is no stairs. Congratulations. Honestly, if you would have just heard it once, like most riddles, I think it would have been a lot harder to answer because you're like, hold on, I didn't catch that detail. Like, it would have just flown over your head the first time around. But
I think if you're zoned out, then you wouldn't have gotten it. But if you're like a little bit tentative, you're good.
I mean, yeah, sure, but like, I mean, if you're really paying attention to every little detail of this house, then sure.
True. That'd be a lovely house to live in.
I gave you guys a easy out on this, so you better be thankful.
Yes. Well, that does it for trivia.
That's right. So with trivia done, let's see what else we should do. Did we finish up on Corona?
Yeah, we
coronavirus?
Yeah, we brushed up pretty well on that.
How about TV shows? You watching anything?
Like,
or if not,
bro, that's like the most casual thing you could have said.
What do you mean?
That's just what you said so casually.
What?
I mean, yeah, there's a couple like stuff on like Netflix right now.
Okay. Do you think you would
like to recommend them?
Recommend them? Yeah.
I am. Space Force is pretty good if you know what that is.
Are they of a particular genre, or are they just kind of mixed?
This is varied. It's nothing specific.
Do you think?
So
do you
Netflix,
think some of the genres that you are watching though are popular right now? Or like, you know how Netflix has those kind of vague ratings of top?
I mean, I think I watch most of the stuff that's pretty popular on Netflix that mainstream people watch.
Cool. I appreciate your input because I'm not very well versed in the Netflix realm because I don't really watch too many shows on it particularly, but it does like pique my interest every so often as I'm browsing it, but it's just like very briefly. But I never get the chance to really watch it.
But there's stuff like Space Force, Ozark. Something really strange that's underrated is the show Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh wait, I did see that though.
Yeah, and also Jack G. Thanks for coming out. Hope you have a lovely mid evening.
That's right. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have to, if you have to leave, I probably
We appreciate you for
to,
showing up in the first place. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's understandable.
Just make sure you come back eventually in a future episode.
That's right. It's important. And also don't forget that this is always available for free online after this is done broadcasting. So don't feel pressured to be locked into this.
Yeah.
into the podcast.
You can catch any action you miss right after it's uploaded on YouTube immediately. Well, not immediately, but like 10 minutes.
No, I don't
10
think
minutes
it's immediately.
10 minutes after every episode is stopped streaming.
Before, when we were broadcasting our older episodes, it took much longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so.
But with the advancements of our better computers that have purchased over time and faster internet speeds that our parents have purchased over time.
I wonder if that's what helped. I don't know, because it's kind of YouTube's end of it.
I think YouTube has improved, their overall stability, as well as your parents getting better Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that does help too. Let's see.
Speaking of Wi-Fi and things you can watch Netflix on, I think you could watch Netflix on the near future. Will be the new Xbox Series X and PS5.
Do you think you can watch YouTube on those consoles?
You can watch YouTube, Netflix. Yeah, they have apps on them. You can watch YouTube, Netflix, Hulu.
Really? Does it work as well?
I actually do use my Xbox One S for Netflix a lot. It works pretty well.
That's strange. Wait, but you obviously have to have a Netflix account.
Yeah, I'll admit I don't even have my own Netflix account. I just use my friend's account and.
Well, okay.
I live off that. It's funny because it shows his whole family. They're all their names for all the different profiles, and it's just me there next to all his family. Because I have my own profile.
Well, as a friend of mine, you're also considered a family of me.
Thanks. So I could also use your Netflix account.
I mean, you already have one, so I don't think there's a reason to.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. If I did it, then
just stick to your other friend, alright? But
alright, fine.
But speaking of PS4,
do you have a Hulu I could borrow?
I don't think. No, I don't use Hulu. Netflix is the only streaming platform I think we use because it's
It's weird because Hulu is very popular. It's just I don't know anyone that uses Hulu.
Maybe that's a testament to how unpopular it is.
Yeah, but they have a decent amount of viewership, I think.
I've never really heard much traction from their shows, so I won't know. But so, if you can see on the screen right now, I brought up some games that were recently announced.
Yeah, let's move back to the new consoles. Yeah, PS5. And first, let's talk about the design of the new consoles.
Oh, that's true. So I should probably bring it up. PS5.
PlayStation dropped a very interesting bombshell with the all digital edition PS5.
All digital edition? What does that mean?
It's you can't put CDs in it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which it's a very interesting way to make it cheaper and accessible for more people in this digital age where, kids only know what CDs are because of consoles. Otherwise, they'd have no idea what a CD is.
Well,
so, yeah.
You could argue that Blu-ray DVDs
Yeah, so it does make it nice. You can put Blu-rays in the PS5, but it's not necessary for everyone. Everyone to stream. The people are going to stream their games, movies. So the all digital edition makes sense for people who don't see a need in CDs and they want to spend like probably $100 less. The rumored pricing is that the PS5 will be $500 and then the all digital will be $400.
Wait,
So,
can you see my screen right now of this PS5? I don't think you can see this tab.
no, your screen share is not showing it.
So there's this big news for PS5 and new console this year, and
Oh, I see it now. Oh,
and this video
such a
came out in
fake render.
2018. This is just some desperate ways that some YouTubers try to get attention, which we obviously don't do here.
Never.
I think
never.
we're pretty humble about
But,
it, you know.
In terms of design, the PS5, so I've heard a lot of people compare it to like Alienware gaming computers, which I definitely see. And then the controller kind of looks like they made the DualShock 4 controller look more like an Xbox characteristics while maintaining that PlayStation persona. But I think it looks like those bootleg consoles.
Really?
I feel like the PS5 looks like bootleg consoles to me.
Maybe
Like the
if
ones that
you-
like they're really cheap, like they're $50, but they try to look super futuristic. So like they put a lot of futuristic looking stuff, but it's just cheap bootleg that has like NES games.
I can sort of see what you mean, but honestly,
Look
but
up
when
bootleg
you
consoles.
when you look at it
Look
closer,
up bootleg consoles.
but when you look at it closer though, it really is you can really
It is fancy.
see
Fancy,
the
yeah. I know what you mean.
quality, you know. I
Yeah.
don't think it looks bad.
I think it looks good.
At first, I almost
I
had
think
the same thought, but
Yeah, but I think in person it'll definitely look snazzy.
this Polystation for the PlayStation 1.
Yeah. In terms of the Series X is a box, and I mean it's Xbox, so makes sense.
Yeah, this is a pretty clear example of bootleg consoles here. I can sort of see what you mean by like them trying to make it appear more legitimate or
like these like bootleg consoles that they sometimes they make it look way too futuristic just to appear cool.
and then the
You know,
controllers look really strange. Like it
Yeah.
should not be.
It's all about grabbing attention with it.
Yeah. Oh snap! There's a bug in my room.
I ignore
And
that.
yeah, it's gone now. Okay.
But back to onto the Series X. I think we briefly discussed the Series X like the last episode.
Did we really? Was it out? Oh yeah, it was. That's right.
It's been announced for quite some time, like the design.
I'm not in the loop with these consoles because consoles don't really fascinate me that much. But
Yeah, man, you're just Mr. PC and Nintendo.
yeah, I mean I don't believe in PC master race, but I do appreciate PC consoles more than or PC more than consoles themselves.
I do. I also would have a slightly higher appreciation of PC gaming, but I just like the cozy feeling a console gives when you just hook up the system and you just chill with the buddies.
Yeah, I can also appreciate the appeal of controllers though because
Yeah,
it,
it's easy for anyone to pick up.
I can understand
Keyboard
that
takes-
it's a more comfortable fit in your hands.
I appreciate consoles making gaming more accessible to more age groups and just people in general.
Console gaming? You think?
Yeah,
Hmm.
because like PC gaming, you need some kind of graphics card, which not everyone
guess
has,
so.
and the keyboard is intimidating to a lot of people.
Yeah. Because I mean I guess there's not really much that you can modify in this console itself, but with a
Yeah.
desktop
For someone
or
who just wants to
computer.
play a game, the console is perfectly fine. But
Yeah.
if you want to hit those FPS, have other more big libraries. Yeah, PC gaming cool. I love PC. I like PC and console. Man.
Alright.
Yeah, there's one more console that I'm surprised you didn't mention.
What would that be?
The KFC console.
What?
Look it up, KFC console.
This exists?
It's a thing.
Wait, from the. Is it fast food? I guess it's
The fast food. It is the fast food chain.
restaurant.
Yeah.
What? It's totally real games console. What is this supposed to?
It can make chicken. It can play 4K 120 FPS gaming.
Are you serious?
No, it's a publicity joke.
Oh, are you serious?
Did you
Is that
think it
also
was real?
serious?
Did you think it was real for a second?
I really did think it was real.
But like the actual KFC account, like, yeah, like tweeted about it.
Tweeted
I think
this?
it's fake. I don't think it's actually real.
Yeah, why would they invest in something so arbitrary?
Yeah,
Something
but
completely.
it can't cook chicken. It can 4K gaming. You know.
Oh, with built-in chicken warm. Oh, that's
Yeah.
its appeal. I see.
Yeah.
You know what? I respect that. If they're making that move, I will respect that.
And dang, it worked because I'm in the mood for fried chicken right now.
You are?
It legitimately put me in the mood for fried chicken right now.
I don't think you can buy the KFC console though. That's gonna be like way out of this
Yeah.
current time frame.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh my gosh, I can't speak today. We completely forgot about the games
The
that
game.
were.
Yeah, let's look at the games. We talked about the design. Let's look
That
at the
were
games by PS5.
That was probably the most
Series
important
X,
part.
the Series X was severely lacking in new games announced. So
Yeah.
let's see what the PS5 can do better.
So PS5 is introducing Spider-Man, which is also Miles Morales.
The last Spider-Man game was really good. So this one should be good too. I hope.
So we're not really sure if this is. I wonder if this is really DLC or is it
No,
entirely new?
well, what does it say? Does it say it's a new game or?
Is a sequel to Insomniacs?
Yeah, it's a new game. It's a new game.
Sequel, okay. So yeah,
So I don't know. None of this is DLC. How would it be DLC for a PS4 game when they're talking about PS5?
You know, I don't know, but it's it probably wouldn't be a DLC either way because it's. I mean, that'd be a lot to add for DLC, and I don't think they would reveal something
Yeah.
such as just like a new map, new character
Yeah.
for.
All right,
a
cool.
PS5.
I see we have a new Gran Turismo game. You know, I think I had Gran Turismo 3 back on my PS2, which was my first console was a PS2. So
PS2, really? You went that
Yeah,
far
I know.
back?
yeah, I know. Like I didn't when I was younger. I just got my cousin like gave me his old PS2, and that was my first console.
Oh, I see.
I know. Like usually people our age, their first console is not a PS2, but
I do like the I mean I don't really play many racing games, but I do appreciate the
the amount of
attention
detail. Yeah, like they put
to every-
so much attention to detail in the cars, the tracks,
to
everything.
every model. It's respectable, I'll say.
Yeah.
Godfall, I haven't seen much of this.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, either.
So I guess you'll just. I mean, we
Let's-
could watch like a brief snippet of it.
I don't want to watch a Godfall trailer.
Oh wait. No, but this is like.
What is Horizon Forbidden West?
Horizon. Wait, Horizon.
Because see, like, I
Let's
guess
read
the
about it.
screen share isn't working right now, so I'm just going off the stream on YouTube, so everything I see is like delayed.
Oh, I see. Okay. So Alloy returns in another graphically stunning adventure. I don't know who Alloy is.
I haven't played a lot of
I wonder
these, so
Yeah, I know.
hopefully you know more than me.
I'm familiar with some of these, but definitely not a lot of them. I think some of these are just new titles or sequels to older titles that are not known to me. But really, like a lot of the trailers really showcase the power of these new consoles, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Even if technically the PS5 is less advanced than the Xbox, it still holsters like a lot of really brilliantly like designed games.
It's cool though, because like at the price, a gaming PC, I mean, you can play a good amount of games. It'll be pretty good, but it's not everything works great on what you can build for 500. So that's kind of the cool part about consoles.
All right, so after this, I think we should, after reviewing all these
Should we talk about GTA 5 is still a thing, even for the It's amazing how it's been on the Xbox 360, PS3 generation, then it survived the Xbox One, PS4 generation, and now it's onto the PS5 Series X generation.
I know, it almost seems ancient.
It's one game, but it still looks good and it's quite fun. They add like new online content and DLCs and stuff.
I think the
Yeah.
the footage
People are
that
still
was,
clamoring for GTA 6 though.
yeah, I think the footage that was shown here is the version that's graphically advanced.
Yeah.
So let's see. I guess I could show you still.
We out here gangbanging.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I'm not. I don't think we should play any of this. But yeah, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5
I mean,
enhanced.
I just got it when the Epic Games Store made it free, and I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. I think
I told
got
you to get
by-
it. Did you get it? I told you to get
I
it.
did get it. I was hearing a lot of.
You did?
Yeah,
Did you or did you not?
I did. Yeah, I mean, it's free.
Okay, good. All right, bro. We should play then.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm not so sure if it's my kind of game. I just got it because it's, like, why not? It's a $60 game. That
I don't even commit crimes about it. I just like chill with like the boys. I just like go around this Los Santos and go to like the Ferris wheel or something random.
Well, I mean, like, it is a sandbox, kind of.
Yeah, like that's the thing with like what me and my buddies do. Like we might accidentally like run over some people, but then we get the police after us. But for the most part, we just like chill around the map.
When you say buddies, you mean like real in life buddy, or
Yeah, real life, like people I know.
personal? You personally know.
Yeah, I don't have like those like online game friends that people have. Like
Why you don't think those
it
are?
makes sense because like you meet that. Like, no, I'm not discounting them. 'Cause, like it's cool you meet someone in a public lobby and you become friends, but most of the people I play with are just like people I know IRL.
Yeah. Are you just like not comfortable with talking to newer people online?
You should.
I'm saying.
No, it's not. It's just easier with the people I already know.
Yeah, you're like, oh, come on, this
I don't need. Look, I'm online to not be extroverted. I'm not gonna put myself to be extroverted while I'm online.
Yeah, I guess so. It really kind of depends on your own what you want out of a game. If you want it to make friends
True.
with it, then that's probably what you're
Yeah.
gonna do. But if you just play it to play, maybe with real friends, like I shouldn't say real friends, but like in people that you know in person, then that could also work. And also a new Ratchet.
Would you like to? Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank. That's like one of the ones people are talking about a lot.
Yeah, because I know
I had-
Ratchet and Clank. I
played the Ratchet and Clank game on the, cause I guess I was a PlayStation kid when I was younger. Cause I also had a PSP.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, I had a PSP, so I played what I forgot what it was called, the Ratchet and Clank game on that. I remember I have good memories of that.
Yeah, I did play Ratchet and Clank very briefly before, but it didn't really I was never hooked onto the series, so I never played anything other than that. But the trailer that is shown here really showcases a lot of good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I think we should view a little bit.
Hey, are you ready for an epic segue
What kind of segue?
to something else we're gonna discuss?
Oh, I was thinking of ending it right after we were talking about games.
Oh well.
Why do you wanna say something else? We can real quickly wrap up this part. So we have Sackboy: A Big Adventure. If any of this
NBA. Zion Williamson do be quite sweaty.
It's kind of intimidating looking at it like this.
Yeah.
You have Destruction All Stars. This is I feel like it's a battle royale. From what I saw from the trailer. I'm not gonna play it now because there's some other thing that my co-host would like to get to, but you have Deathloop, not sure what that is. We have Stray, also not sure what that is. A lot of this stuff is new to me, completely new to me. You have Hitman 3. Wait, hold on. Does this list go on? Like,
There's like 20 something games.
yeah, but
I
this is
think.
way more than 20.
I think no, it's not 20 yet.
Oh wait, God of War 2.
Oh, Hitman.
This is,
Hitman. I like it. Hitman's fun.
Oh yeah, Hitman. Which one? Hitman.
Oh. Oh, what the? What?
Why? What?
Are these like? There's so many games.
Yeah, I know. Like, do you see the scroll bar on the side?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think this is numerically accurate to 26.
Because my thing's delayed. That's why. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot. Maybe a lot of these are. A lot of these are future games that are potentially a good thing.
So, is there anything you wanted to say after that?
I just wanted to end, like since it's our second anniversary, just wrap up with some podcast memories.
Podcast memory. Do you have some clips you want to share?
If you want to look back at older, want to go back to episode 1, just look at it.
Oh my gosh.
Hear our young voices.
I'll bring
technical
it
difficulties.
up. I will bring it up. It's kind of.
I should have gotten clips ready, but oh well.
Don't worry, I also have it ready. Wait.
But yeah,
I think.
DRX who cheated. That's a good memory. Remember when we did it? Our intro. We did an intro for reenacting the "Where's My Super Suit" scene.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wait, which episode?
That's
was
another
that
good
exactly?
one. I don't remember. I think it was
Okay, so
3.
we have it up right here. Would you like to watch it?
Yes.
Okay,
I'd
for
love to
podcast.
watch it, but delayed.
Number 1. Oh wait, I wonder if there's a way to share.
Yeah.
I'll
Why?
try to check.
Why? Like you just keeping me on the topics list, which I already have on the screen
Yeah,
share.
I'm not doing that intentionally. It's just that there's
It's just not letting you.
2 screens
Okay, so it's just making things funky.
here. Oh, there you go. Okay. Get ready to watch this. I mean, there's not really much to watch because it's on a please wait.
Alright, so. And let's see. And we're screaming right now.
I was like, we didn't realize we're live already.
Yeah, I know. Because okay, so there's it's because that when you're streaming, for some reason, it seems as though it's delayed.
That's why we start every episode now with like a 10-second silence.
Yeah, because I'm not really sure if it's delayed or not, so I don't want to take any risks and start, a poem on the first line and it has no context.
Dang, episode 1's at almost 100 views. Not bad, not bad.
I mean,
No comments.
first things is always first.
Ready
First
now,
thing to be
and I
first.
just-
I wonder what we did on the first.
I got a notification.
great.
It's a lot of figuring things out, I
I
think.
like thumbnail says thanks for watching.
Yeah, that's the point, because you gotta introduce the viewers to everything,
Okay. I'm not sure if we said anything important in the intro.
Just skip to a random point in the episode.
Let me see. Right here. Oh, this is when I was making the thumbnail. That's probably why I didn't have a thumbnail. A thumbnail for the video itself.
Yeah, until later.
Yeah, we
You
should.
like experimentally keep track of that.
Maybe do people register to become flat earthers? Like, I don't understand. Like, do
You just tweet about it, I think.
Oh, okay.
I noticed your voice is also
Guys, I just joined the.
a little bit nasally, as it was
Yeah,
before,
I think
and
that
so
I
is
think
mine.
my voice aged or just becoming less nasally.
Yeah, I
Flat
like
Earth
it now,
Society.
honestly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. A lot of people say it's
Would you like
relaxing for
to-
some reason.
Would they go to
Really?
join
And the-
so would you like to?
Not in the podcast, sadly, but like in like when I call people
Who's telling you that?
like
What if
People I
what if
consider
flat
friends.
Earth, like
Oh, I see.
society people?
they just say like
jealous
they
because
could like, oh man, I might fall asleep to your voice like on the video chat or something at night.
I would take that as a compliment, really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I see my voice has become a slightly interesting tone of monotone.
I think it's because you're
Very emotional.
You feel like you're in play. You're in your
I'm
mojo.
collected. Yeah, I'm in my
You're on this
swag.
podcast.
With my swagger, I have a very monotone attitude.
I don't know if it's like swag is the right word, because you would sound kind of overconfident or cocky.
But
you
my
just kinda
swag, my
sound-
swag is sounding like monotone. That's my version of swag.
Interesting. Let's
Okay,
continue.
let me just
on.
keep maybe
Butts
keep
are
tooting my
flat.
own horn.
I don't know what
Ben,
this
look at that!
was.
Look at those OGs of the chat.
that's why
Park,
they're just jealous.
JK0,
Oh, that's right.
That's
Ryan.
why they
Are
made.
you like parroting somebody's like
Oh, what happened with the?
No,
somebody's,
'cause, like,
somebody's
because of-
comment or
No
or
idea.
are
I'm
you
trying to-
like,
Do you still
it's
hear
like
me?
an
No.
actual question?
No, like no.
No,
it's
I
not,
think
like,
it had to do with the video itself.
No, it's like I'm
Okay.
trying to be hip with the kids, you know.
Oh yeah.
They like talking
Kids, you know.
about
What are you
things
talking
that are
about?
flat, you know.
Oh,
Wow,
yeah.
you have a flat butt. You have a flat.
Just saying it is so stupid.
I know. I was trying to make a good joke, but I think it just fell flat. Get it? It
Yeah.
fell flat.
That one's
What is going on?
Sully,
We need
and
context for
welcome
this.
jokes. Oh, that's terrifying. What am I doing? That was great. Honest. That was some real improv. Can we all get a? Can we all get a hype in the chat for?
No thanks.
Amazing jokes. Okay. I want to see hype on the.
Here, should we listen to the original Durex who cheated just to see how it's changed?
That's true. Well, you gotta start somewhere, really. With it, I mean, like that first episode is definitely not one that I take pride in, but I think this one
somewhere.
is significantly better.
I think after this one, we really hit our groove of like consistent quality.
I think so. Maybe not consistent uploads, but quality.
no, not
we
uploads at all.
definitely
Quality,
got that
yes.
down. What's with this continuous loading? Let's try that again.
You did a great job.
Oh wait. So this lover story goes on for about a solid 4 minutes or so. Actually, we don't need it full screen. Let's just do this. After we listen to
Dear
this, we
ex,
should wrap up.
You cheated.
Yeah, I think that's a good trip down memory lane of our
We
older
were on a
days.
whirlwind,
2
2-month
years.
vacation across multiple destinations. Our current location, Aruba. We were celebrating our 5-year anniversary, and all the milestones life had recently presented us. I just graduated college. You had just gotten promoted at work. I had just become an aunt. You had just become an uncle. I just turned down an out-of-state dream job to remain local. You had not. And yes, I was that girl.
The little cry you gave.
That wasn't really a cry.
Infidelity is one of the few events I thought I'd never experienced with you, let alone write about.
Bro,
And
the
that
date,
was
you're right.
because
My
of
voice
the
is so much
inherent
nazier
level of
back then.
depth and an unbelievable connection.
You know my voice sounded like
My
back then? It
best
sounds
friend
like
in
if
every
me
sense of the
now
two-word
was trying to do an impression of like what a young kid sounds like.
Even you before.
No, like yeah, like me in the past, my voice sounded like as if like me now was doing an impression of a little kid. Like, hey, I'm a little kid. Oh, give me the tuba. I don't know what do the kids say.
Yeah. I can sort of see what you mean. We kind of like hold your nose so that you're
Yeah, like if I hold my nose now, it's like what I sounded like as a kid, basically.
yeah. Except it sounded a little bit. I think it's fine. You know, your
Yeah.
your voice evolves over time, and it's gonna continue doing that. I think this is
We do be in puberty still, I think.
yeah.
Combination that was until infidelity became an invited guest in our relationship.
You know the
It
story.
really does sound like you're
of our
parroting yourself.
relationship.
I know.
You know the story of our breakup. You were there. What you don't know is the aftermath of what you caused. And that this is a story I'm here to tell today. Because while you were not there, so many others have been. So,
Serious deja
this
vu.
letter is for everyone and anyone who has ever been cheated.
I hope the viewers,
As much
it's like
as
while
they-
listening to this, they can tell the difference between our
It
old
was the
voices and
last
our new
leg of our
voices as we
vacation.
commentate.
And just like every day
But
that
there's-
preceded that one,
There's
I wrote
sadly no one currently here, I think. But as people
Hey, that's supposed to put that out. People are gonna watch this later. We're gonna get 1 million views on this episode.
That's true. I shouldn't speak so soon.
rose with
exactly.
the sun, ran 2 miles, and headed back to our hotel room. There was one difference about that day. It was our 5-year anniversary.
I like how I add like a dramatic like reading tone.
Yeah. I think we did a better job though. A much better job
Yeah.
this time around.
in episode 4. You can already see the progression.
So like, let's kind of progress a little bit further into this video too. Let's see.
Hey, let's just go like choose a random point again.
Boom. I'm working on eyebrows, or I'm working on your eyebrows. Apparently.
And then this was like I watched it during eating breakfast at my hotel when I was in Seattle, and like the guy he was like sitting in near me.
Oh, I was telling my
was also
vacation story
watching
when I
the
went to
game
Seattle in
while eating
Canada.
breakfast at the hotel.
Oh.
He shouted, "Ugh, steroids!" The on steroids. That's what I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I love how it makes no sense. No
When
context.
you scoot
Is
to a
there
random-
any statistics on
Like imagine someone just clips at me saying, "Oh, steroids."
statistics on
I wouldn't be
like
surprised.
athletes that actually use steroids?
Well, steroids are not allowed in most sports, so
Yeah. So
Like baseball used to have a lot of steroid users, but they
Like,
cracked
this
down
is
on that.
this is when I was still very ignorant, I would say.
Yes, at least now you have somewhat knowledge of the great sport of baseball.
I feel like we should create a new starting point for this podcast, because I feel like these old episodes, while they're nice to reminisce and remember these older times, our innocent times, I think it's better for the quality of the overall podcast if we start kind of I wouldn't say fresh. Actually, I would say
But
fresh.
like you want to like revamp our whole format.
Not revamp, but like I would say like this is the official start of it. Maybe like maybe we
This
would
is the start
divide
of our,
this
like,
into
our,
seasons.
of our legendary, high quality, amazing, successful, famous, lustrous era.
Yeah, we'll be dividing it into like seasons. Like this was when we were experimenting. Don't watch this, okay? And then this is.
And we get famous for like don't watch the first 15 episodes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could obviously watch it, but if they're here to really indulge in some quality podcast.
But I think
they would-
after episode 3 or 4, we can be somewhat proud of what we accomplished.
Yeah, we were starting to find our mark. And then,
Yeah,
All right, so
I'm proud we made it to this point.
But all the other
2 years, it's pretty cool.
all right, let's look at one last one. Should we go to a poet's story?
Now let's go a little farther up. Like,
Okay.
how about the Snow's news
Yeah,
and
those
funds?
I kind of like these titles. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I like how we like we did a pretty good job naming like from lover story to poet story. That's pretty good.
It kind of has gives a bit of chronology to it.
Yeah, even though it's not a chronological
Today
series.
is my day.
Hold on.
Oh, we're reading Dr. Seuss.
Oh, that's right. Hold on.
My day.
I'm happy to graduate today.
Today is my day.
There you go.
I am off to go places.
I am off and away.
I have brains in my head.
I have feet in my shoes.
I can steer myself.
Any direction I choose.
I will move mountains.
I am off and away.
I learned how to read and write and to do math.
This has opened up a brand new path.
My mountain is waiting.
I am off and away.
Alright, good job. Alright.
Okay, good job.
I
So,
miss this.
I think.
All right, here, skip to
Okay.
do what we did. Skip to a random point in the
Yeah,
episode.
that was the intro. Okay. Let's see. Well, we're doing like. So at this point, we were already doing the trivia.
Yeah, that's cool. All
And
right, so
now, I was animating Kalahari Part 5. This is the
freeze at a
draft.
certain point in the game.
unreleased,
Whenever I would be
never to be
streaming.
seen.
Oh wait. What the heck? I'll skip
It's,
to.
they travel in such a in a weird way. The way they look, like you said before, like how they're like different from us, how they look so different from us, and that maybe they're just not pleasant to look at all. I'm trying to
What?
like develop that.
It
feeling.
makes no sense.
Like I read somewhere with like cats and dogs, the reason why we like them is because they have somewhat
Oh.
similar facial structure to us.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and they kind of maybe not similar. I wouldn't say
But
similar.
like it's like more normal. Like a spider is just like
a spider body.
Yeah. I mean, like, I
Okay.
guess you could say similar because I was watching an artist draw, or like he was.
No,
talking-
don't bring up fur.
No, I wasn't. I'm not talking about furs. All right. So it's a.
Don't interrupt me like that.
So and he was like, what am I even drawing? Like, why am I drawing his head?
That could be one of your animation slides.
I was so in a trance that I wasn't even focused on what I was drawing.
Or he wasn't teaching, but he was explaining what makes things cute when you're drawing, and what symbols per se makes things cute, inherently cute. And it's like, and he was showing how like the proportions of the head, like size of the eyes and everything like that
I do remember this.
can
video.
affect your attraction to it. So like, for instance, if I were to draw,
You know, not gonna lie, I liked it better when the text on the side was white, not red.
Wait, really?
I kind of like white better than red.
What? But,
Kinda-
but it's a gradient.
because everything on the screen is green and white. So
Yeah, but it's cool.
how
There's a little bit of
about we
variation.
experiment with like blue next episode or yellow?
Fine, but it gives a warm feeling to it. It contrasts the cool background. You know.
Okay, but we can try yellow. We can try blue.
Fine, we can try yellow or whatever. Maybe purple.
Let's try purple. I think that'll.
Purple.
I think that'll contrast really nice.
All right, let's
Yeah,
try
purple or blue,
after
yeah.
that. Well,
Next episode. Be ready, guys.
So this will be our last skip in the episode. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's see what we're talking about then.
it's stupid. But alright, so
This is when I still continued playing games.
So yeah, but
Oh, I forgot. That's the thing we used to do on here.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause I was
certain,
too lazy to draw.
Insert.
Wait, is that still in our description where you said we might play games?
IQ.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
But
really tried.
I would say that.
We should probably.
it sounds weird explaining it to an outsider, but it's it's kind of like some players are like they just know what to do when the time when it's like close, like they know how to be clutch.
Good job saying what you're thinking,
Would that
Sully.
be IQ though? I wouldn't say.
I have
there's,
much
like-
more of those moments.
I-
in
I
my
know
life.
it's like
it's not-
a term like in sports, but I wouldn't call it like.
Like making the right pass, or like
See, that's much worse than
Maybe
what
that's
you've
just
been
good
struggling
judgment.
with.
maybe good judgment is a part of sports IQ.
But what would you call it, sports IQ? Like having a high sports IQ? Like how would you even determine that? Like regular IQ?
What do I
Okay,
say?
I'll give us that.
For sports IQ.
Our conversations are interesting. I'll give
Sometimes
that.
like
That
people are just like,
audience-
yeah, he has a good baseball IQ for the game. He's a real student of the game.
I see.
or you could, what people say. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. After this, is there any more
that's
episodes you want to look at, or
Okay, just one more. I know I said that was the last
One
one.
more.
But maybe just one.
yeah? But
Oh,
this is
so-
too much fun.
Should we go to guest quad eyes?
No, go a little higher.
We'll do holidays.
Yeah, holiday. Okay.
What has happened since the last Pickle podcast?
Oh wait.
What has happened?
What has happened? What?
Cutting across the ice.
I like how. Hold on. I like how when we're viewing it, has everyone else is viewing it in the screen.
Yeah,
And it's like a podcastception.
I know.
Sunlight hair whipping across my face.
With glacial silver blades.
Oh, this was a
The
Christmas
concern
poem
fades.
or winter poem.
Yo, it's great for
feelings
boosting our
erupt
views
as I
right now.
glide.
Looking at old episodes.
Worries set aside.
1 foot to the next.
We're just using it to reminisce. You know?
But it's much
Yeah,
more.
'cause this is an anniversary episode, so I mean,
Becoming a different character.
yeah. bro.
But only in the
I just
winter.
in our 3-year anniversary episode, which hopefully happens, like we're probably gonna look at this episode we're doing right now.
Oh my gosh! And then we're gonna be looking at the clips that we watched. We're gonna say,
Bro,
like,
and-
oh wow, we really did a lot since then.
Yeah, June 17th, 2021. We're gonna be looking at us right now.
You think we're gonna do another in next year?
Shouldn't we do a yearly anniversary thing?
You know what? Why not? We
Hopefully
rarely do
hopefully
these.
the podcast is, yeah. Hopefully the podcast is still alive.
Maybe we should stick to a consistent schedule this time, like making it 1 month. Because now that we're rewatching everything, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know, as long as we have something that interesting to talk about with everyone else.
Yep.
Let's finish this one up, and then
All
we'll
good-
finish it. We will
good
really
things.
finish everything.
Come to an end.
Promise.
And I have to say goodbye to my best friend.
The feelings come back when I'm on solid ground.
The anger and sadness unwound.
A human who prefers frozen water over earth.
Something obviously went wrong during birth. Icy Blades by user 925.
Why do you-
User 94.
That was a pretty good poem we definitely looked into.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Call me the Iceman because the Pickle Podcast is back.
Oh, I remember
We have no
this.
school-
I remember.
Because we have no school today because of ice, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was kind of uncalled for. I was about to make an intro.
Well, I guess that's a cold reception.
That's so stupid.
I knew this coming. You had the laugh track. I was so excited to do that when I came up with it.
All
before
right,
the
folks.
podcast.
Now it's time
It's
to
right.
start the Pickle Podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pickle Podcast.
Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, I just.
Let's
Oh,
skip.
okay. Hold on. I was just about to comment on how this said 2019 and how it wasn't made in 2019, but that was later. Because I didn't change it until to 2020 until just recently actually.
Ah, okay.
So let's get to a random point. Like, what was I doing? What the heck? Was I just looking at things?
Maybe we'll have more
Oh,
developed.
I was like, this was a design for a Pokemon. Not a design, but I'm just.
One was 500. It's
Oh, okay. This is games.
designed as the Xbox One, so they haven't
Oh,
changed.
yeah,
the
there
design.
it is. This.
Yeah,
Now
that's
I
like
remember.
that's like almost 3 hands tall.
And yeah, so
Tall. That is tall, actually.
I think it's about the
3
size
hands tall.
of your desktop that you have sitting on your desk.
Oh,
It's about that size.
Except-
that's
in
pretty
a-
tall for that's pretty big for a console.
yeah. Except for like the fact that it's in a box shape.
Yeah, 90-degree angles.
Except for the top. You look at, do you see the top? It's kind of
That's like the ventilation stuff.
yeah, but it's kind of concave inwards, you know.
I
It's
guess.
sort of
physi-
strange.
Physics, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, physics, I guess.
It's like
It doesn't make sense. It's a box. It's only.
Buy two, get one free
Thanos.
Funko.
Oh, yeah. But this is pretty recent. I mean, this is like just last Black Friday,
Yeah.
which is this year, of course.
Oh wait, what the
But
heck? Hold on.
I'm-
Live chat replay. Oh, that was probably because it was made for kids.
I mean, they have a pretty small section
Yeah.
where I guess.
Hey, this is the episode we're trying to figure out what made for
It
kids. meant.
shows you how there's like.
It was like halfway through
Maybe
the
they're
episode, I finally
slowly
I'm like, hey,
adjusting
you should
this
turn it off.
I feel like GameStop should try focusing. I don't know. It's like I feel like they should try like stretching out the fact they sell used games more.
Well, yeah, actually, they
I've never bought a new game.
Yep, this is a GameStop. I wonder what we're
and
talking
it's
about.
somewhat high maintenance.
Unless like you're a theme park.
Oh wait. Oh, this is. Alright, let's listen to the trivia.
Please play some elevator music.
Oh wait, we should play our own trivia.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
How about
Okay,
like,
let's do this.
default like copyright free
Let's see if we remember that.
waiting music that everyone puts?
Alright,
You
hold
mean
on.
the Jeopardy?
Let me skip that.
What's the foot? All right. Sorry, guys, it's an ad.
It's an ad.
Like this one?
Oh, free.
It's like copyright free waiting music. No. How about the default like copyright free waiting music that everyone puts?
You mean the Jeopardy waiting music?
No, not Jeopardy. That copyright free one that like a bunch of YouTube videos use.
I don't even know what you're talking about now.
I didn't know what I was talking
Okay.
about.
So, I apologize for not repeating.
R.I.P.
the question.
Buzzer.
I don't think we really need.
That been replaced by our favorite
Yeah.
rapper.
Well, anyways. So,
wait.
if you guessed June 16th, 2018.
I did.
Oh, wait, what was it?
You should
Oh,
have been
is
the one
this
being
is the
prepared.
question asking what was the first
Hey, let me
episode?
get the buzzer.
Oh,
No,
oh my
it's so-
gosh.
That is so interesting.
Well, you
We
should have
came
been
to
the
that
one
question on
being-
our 2-year anniversary.
Hold on,
Like
I'm
this
just trying
one?
to skip through the.
That's Jeopardy.
Yeah, but like I don't know what else to put. All right, anyway.
Let me try
Time's
finding
up.
it.
Time's up, guys.
No, wait, wait, let me get the buzzer.
Oh, that was it.
Hold on. We're not prepared this time, man.
Well,
What a
you
drop in
should have
quality.
been the one being prepared right now. Anyways.
June.
June 17th, 2018.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what?
If you got June 17th, 2018, you would be correct.
Oh my gosh.
Ding 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 ding. Wait.
Bro, how did we come to this question of all the questions
I know.
on today?
Congratulations. Congratulations, folks.
The other one.
Not coming full
Windows
circle.
95.
What's that?
The Windows 95 sound.
Oh, you're right.
Da-da.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, now moving on. Next question
Oh,
for
there's
today.
another question.
What was the first country to use printed paper currency?
Oh, there's. Wait, China.
I will put this in chat
Right?
and I will say the answer.
Yeah, alright. Let's see if
I
you
think
give multiple
it's
choice.
Czechoslovakia.
Well, that wasn't
Czechoslovakia.
the answer range. So
Good
I will
guess,
be
me.
saying 100%.
Hmm.
It is either A, Egypt, B, Great Britain, or C, China.
It's China.
Yeah, okay.
You have.
Man, we
10
don't make it
seconds
very
to answer.
challenging, though. Alright, let's
Some are,
try it.
I admit, some are like way too challenging and some are like way too easy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, paper.
Yeah. I mean, I may be a baseball fan, but I'm not like a fan.
Oh, yeah, I know.
If you're a fan, then you should be watching the World Series.
Yeah, but I'm not like a fan.
Oh, we're talking about the
I don't
World
think you
Series.
should be a
right?
fan,
There's
fan.
a difference.
To watch your favorite team win their first ever championship.
Yeah, but I'm just not a fan. I don't know. There just seems to be a difference.
So,
There is a difference,
As you,
though.
you already know, we
I love
talk
how like
about the games
nonchalant we
we've been
just
to
start
and all
when
the
we're just
Bryce
casually
Harper
talking about
news
here.
and all that fun stuff in that. So of course we couldn't go without mentioning our boys being World Series champs. So yeah,
Except
nah,
I'm
No,
not.
it's- you're a fan at least.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
They're your favorite team. You
What about a
call them
fan,
your
fan?
favorite team, right?
I guess you could. I mean, like,
My laugh has not changed.
does that mean they're the best?
I know, it's still.
You've been to three Nats games now.
Right. But does that like, that's kind of an interesting thing to go in. But I think we should stop it here because we actually are surpassing our limit right now.
Our
Time limit, I mean.
I think now,
We can
in
talk about
present
stuff
time,
like
we should
Bryce
stop it
Harper.
here, as this is our time
That is
limit
true.
too.
What's
This
that?
is
What a good
awesome.
segue.
Oh, wait, so I don't even finish here. My gosh. It's always because you're bringing something up and then I have to,
I know. I
have
always
to
like
play
that.
off that.
Yeah. I always like one more thing. That's what I always say. Even this episode, I'm like one more thing.
Like, yeah. One more episode before we leave. Alright, well, I guess truly it's time
That
for us
note.
to leave because
Yeah. On that note, yeah.
it's I know I said it was like gonna be 4 hours or like it was gonna be 1 hour, but it
4 hours.
it kind of feels like it, right?
I know, right? Like
Oh my goodness, we always
an hour.
come on. Okay, look, next time we definitely have to like have a stricter, you know.
Okay, fine. It's our
guide.
2-year anniversary. We can like relax. That's fine.
That's true. It's our day after. All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. It seems that no one is currently watching it live, but
A lot of people here earlier. We
yeah,
appreciate
there
all
was
of
a
you.
lot of people. We appreciate everybody that has watched or is currently watching.
Yes, in the past, present, or future.
And if definitely look out for more of these to come because we I know it doesn't
Appear.
at first it kind of is very nerve-wracking before you would start
You know, the first few
broadcasting.
minutes, like every time when there's such a long hiatus, I'm always a bit nervous. But then, like 20 minutes in, I'm perfectly fine. I'm back in the groove.
Right, because if it's kind of the fear of
screwing up at like the first.
And it's
moment
like,
of
do I still
everything.
got this? Do I still know how to podcast?
Yeah, we just kind of have to have faith in ourselves. So
Yeah.
thank you everyone for watching today's special exclusive podcast. I should note.
Aren't all episodes exclusive to Pickles on Mail?
Yeah, well, because it's like 2-year anniversary. That's pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
big.
pretty cool.
I'm
It's just cool. Man.
I'm humbled to be to have been podcasting this long.
Especially with a great partner like you.
That's true. A great co-host such as Sully in the Box, and so I am your host, Pickles on Mayo. Thank you so much for watching today's podcast. If you want to see more of my stuff, you can go to my Instagram as shown at the bottom left of the screen at Pickles on Mayo for some of the artwork that not really that you see on the podcast, but separate artwork that is not featured on this channel.
It is
And-
quite good.
Yeah, you can check out every piece that I spend hours like painstakingly painting. I mean it gets like tiresome after a while, but I just gotta keep on grinding.
At least it's worth it when those random art accounts comment on your posts.
I guess so.
I love the brushwork you did. It really highlights the texture of Armenian culture.
That's completely irrelevant to whatever I do.
But that's what all the comments are like.
Well, yeah, because like I'll take any comment really. So you can also check out the Twitters for
Do you tweet on there still?
I have been tweeting recently actually. Do you remember those studies that I've been featuring on the story?
Okay, oh yeah. You just connected your Instagram to Twitter now.
What? No, I didn't.
Oh, is it separate posts?
Yeah, it's just separate posts. So,
I
like,
just quickly glossed over it when I see it, and then I'm like, I see the artwork, so I thought it's the same thing I see on Instagram and Facebook, which you also have linked to your Instagram.
Yeah, I've linked it to my Instagram because it's gonna take a while to repost the same post on different platforms. So Instagram has a
So you
feature,
should-
so I use it. So
You should plug your Facebook too.
I don't think it's needed.
I think it's needed.
If they have one platform like this, I think it's.
They need all the platforms. We need the adult crowd
Alright,
on
fine.
Facebook.
Fine, I'll do it some other occasion.
Alright.
And then thank you so much for my co-host for being here.
You can check out my social platforms. My channel link is in the description. And if you want to keep up with me on social media, I am on Twitter at the Mr. Nobody 711. Instagram, you can find me at Sully in the Box. And yeah, I don't
Check
use
it out.
Facebook. I don't use Facebook. I have a Facebook account, but I don't use it that much, so I'm not going to tell you to follow it.
But you should follow it though. You should follow all our accounts.
Yeah, you should follow. You should follow. You should follow my LinkedIn. I'm trying to get a job right now.
In fact, we should be posting it
Besides
everywhere
this.
possible whenever a podcast is being announced, right?
We should announce our podcast on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn.
We should put our resume.
You use LinkedIn?
No, because LinkedIn you have to be over 16. We're not over 16.
Darn.
I do use a Snagajob because I'm currently looking for employment. So I use Snagajob. I tried Glassdoor. Glassdoor is too annoying. What else? Those are the main two ones. I haven't bothered with like Indeed, and I kind of use that one. That's really it for job sites I use.
Well, maybe you should keep those separate from social media.
I do.
I don't think that falls into the category of social media.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think the podcast would be negative or positive when an employer looks at it?
I think it'd be good. It shows that you are confident in, or maybe not so confident in whatever you're saying. depends on how it goes. Like right
True,
now, I think I can say I'm fairly I'm decently confident with how this podcast is going.
I would
And
agree.
I'm humbled actually. I'm humbled that that we've had people watch this before. So I guess that's all we have to say. So thank you all again for watching. I've been your host, Pickles on Mayo, and my co-host has been Mr. Nobody 711, also known as Sully, in another world. And do you have any closing words that you'd like to say before we?
Well, I always close it out with
This is-
"Stay groomed." So stay groomed.
Oh no,
As
that's
always,
after that's
keep on-
after we say our.
I find fine. I'll save it for later. I'll tell you again. First before I tell you, stay groomed.
There's a.
I don't have anything. I didn't prepare anything
Parting words.
motivational to say this time. I had motivational like endings before, but this time I have no motivational ending to give.
Well, if you're living in the era that we are now, which is spring 2020, or if you're really just like any period in the history of the world, stay safe, everyone.
For sure. And know that we care about you, even though we may not know you, but we definitely.
Even though
if you like us, we care about you.
But how would we know though?
We don't.
We still care about you though.
In our subliminal mind, like, yes, I care about the people that watch this podcast.
Good. That's that. It's always
You matter.
Yeah,
you look. This is all I'm gonna say. You can do it. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you can. You can. Can is the word of the day that we're gonna end on. Because we did this podcast. We can do this podcast, and you can do whatever you're doing as well.
You can do the podcast too. You can.
No, but don't beat our podcast. But
Not that yeah. But
I can. That is it. After 2 years, that's what I'm gonna. That's the. All right, I guess I do have a motivational science to give. Is that can. You can. We can. Can.
Yeah. Listen. As long as it's a goal that is not related to a podcast, then you definitely can do it. All right.
What a lovely note to end on.
On that note, thank you all for watching today. We truly appreciate your support and your viewership, and we'll see you next time, guys. Peace.
Stay groomed.
Yeah.
Here's to another 2 years.
Or 3. Why not?